Now, this is not just any episode, this is our 50th episode, the Big 5-0. So enjoy. Okay, here's the big reveal. Product's right here. Here's the mystery gadget. Do you know what this is? Could this solve a problem in your life? Change your life in some way? What the heck is this gadget? Well, that's why we're all here. We're all trying to get together to solve that question. We want to know, what the heck is that? Welcome to What the Heck Is That? The new gadget game show. And I'm your host, Steve Greenberg, the author of Gadget Nation and also Hoda and Jenna's Gadget Guy on NBC's Today Show. And we've got a panel of experts here to try to identify what the heck this mystery gadget is all about. So to start off the questioning, let's get on with our guest panelists right over here. We've got Calvin Cato right here. Calvin is featured on Time Out, New York, featured on Oxygen Network, Netflix, the host of a weekday comedy talk show on RushTix.com. And I'm sure he's most proud of all the things is that he's a guest panelist on this game show, of course, right? Yes.
Oh my God, yes, seriously. I have not been there.
Yeah, that's the Oscar. Who cares about that? You're on What the Heck Is That? So that's
exactly.
So let me just turn this all around so you can see all 360 degrees of it. So it starts like this.
We can't see it. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Turning it around.
Slow.
Very slowly. Again, the blue tape
that?
represents the logo, which has been taken off. This, I can tell you, is sort of like an indicator light. This is electronic. It has this on the bottom of it. So you do charge it up. It's got a big button. There we go. On the top of it. And this is it. So now you are left with the question, what the heck is that? So what's your question?
Interesting. Well, I feel bad because someone already took my guess of a DIY colonoscopy kit. So
Yes. A little sharp on the edges, but yes.
Is it used? Can you use this to monitor someone?
No, it's not used for monitoring anyone.
Okay.
Not at all, but we definitely eliminated that category. Let's go on to Miss Lois Whitman Hess. She's a blogger, she's a podcaster, she's head of HWHPR, and her career high is, again, just like with Calvin, is being a guest panelist on What the Heck Is That? So, what's your question, Lois?
I had an idea what it is, and now I forgot.
What's your question? Not to guess the problem.
Is that a flashlight of any sort?
No, it's not a flashlight of any kind. It does get charged. It's got a little charging port back there. It's got a button at the top. This is some sort of indicator light, and it is cylindrical. So let's move on to Oliver Tull. Oliver has been in technology so long that his first NFT was the 10 Commandments, which have value, right?
It's gone up in value, yes.
Good.
But I get paid in shekels, so.
Shekels are shekels. Okay, what do you think?
Well, the shape of it reminds. My daughter's been making me rewatch all the Star Wars movies, so I have droids on my mind. So it looks like a R2-D2's cousin is what it looks like to me. Does that
cleaner version? Yes.
Yes. Does that in any way does it move on its own?
Absolutely does not move on its own.
Okay,
but well, that's interesting, but no. Okay, now we move on to Mr. Harry Redlick. And what can I say about Harry? Well, he has a gambling problem. And he's a sweet guy. Meet actor, writer, man about town, Harry Redlick. Harry, thank you very much.
Have we established, is that a camera, the little circle?
That's a great question because the answer is no. This is not a camera. Even though it has that look of a camera, it's not a camera.
Oh.
But can you put something in there? Is that a port?
It's got, I'll use a pen here. This little area here, it does have there you go. There's a little hole So
Mhm.
something could go into that hole.
So
Yeah.
could you put like earphones in there?
No. In fact, I can tell you that nothing electronic goes in there. Nothing electronic goes in there. This whole thing obviously is electronic, but that port is not attached to a wire or to a charger.
It's attached to
Okay.
something.
Well, for this thing to do its job, it has to attach to something. Correct.
Okay.
Through there.
Through there. This is the port where it attaches to that thing, but it's not an electronic or electric connection.
Wow. Okay,
So that's the end of round one, the time where I tell you folks at home, if you have some idea, if you know what this is, go write it down in the comments below. I want to hear what your guesses are. Do you have any idea what this gadget is? Let me know. Write it in the comments below. Okay, let's go on to round two. And we've got our panel right here. So Calvin, you've had a chance to take in all that information. Harry opened up a lot of information there. So knowing what you know, what do you think is your next question to help reveal the identity of this mystery gadget?
Okay, so you said that in the circular port, it's nothing electronic goes in there.
Not
right?
electronic, no.
Okay, this is going to be very out of left field, but is it some sort of pencil sharpener?
No, it's not a pencil sharpener. But that's a good guess because it's not electronic. But no, and where's my pen? I'll put a pen there. But
Okay.
it's not a pencil sharpener. I guess I stumped
Okay.
you on that one. Okay.
Okay, so something that's not electric that goes in there. The type of object that would go in there, is it wooden or ceramic?
Not
Okay.
wooden at all. It is, that's a good question. It's either a hard plastic or a metal, but it's not
Okay.
not wooden or anything like, or ceramic. Okay, we move on to Lois Whitman Hess, who won the last episode. So maybe she's on a streak. What do you think, Lois?
Now, I missed the part where you said something goes in there. Why does something has to go in there?
For this to do what it has to do, something goes in there. This is not a camera. And that thing that goes in here, though, is not electric, not electronic, not a wire, not anything like that.
So is it, but you mentioned before that this is a light.
No, I said there's an indicator light here, and that's the indicator light right
Oh,
here.
but that round thing is not.
This is not a light.
Do you use that with your computer?
No, it does not have anything to do whatsoever with a computer. So take all of that off the table.
Okay.
Okay, we move on to Oliver Tull. Oliver, what do you think?
The problem is it's hard for me to concentrate because after Harry said, can you stick something in there? Is that a port? All I could think of was worst things to hear on a Tinder date. So
Yeah, right.
anyway, it's obviously an accessory to something else. It feels like to me. So does that measure like a sample of some type?
No, but that's a very interesting question. But no, it doesn't measure a sample, but it does perform an action on something else.
That's it. Yeah.
And it's a non-electrical action, but it
Okay.
does perform. I mean, the electronics are inside this, but what happens here is not electrical. And this is the working end right here. Okay, we
Okay.
move on to Harry Redlick. What's your guess?
All right. So he said that whatever attaches up to that port, he said is metal or
Or a heavy
plastic
plastic. I'm not 100% sure.
or heavy plastic. So it clicks on to something and then performs some service onto it. Does it check to see if it's charged?
No, and no, it doesn't do anything with charging. And again, that would almost be
Okay,
like
wait.
electric.
Is that,
Okay,
is
okay.
that sort of what Oliver just asked?
Yeah.
Okay. So when it's hooked onto this plastic or metal tiny piece that sticks out from this tiny nipple that it hooks on. I knew nipple would get a laugh from somebody.
Well, that was my dance name.
Nipple tall.
Tiny nipple.
Tiny nipple.
Tiny nipple top.
Nipple
Okay. Does it hook onto something appliance in your kitchen?
No, I would say the room would not be the kitchen that you'd probably use this in. And no, it does not hook onto something in the kitchen. Okay, that's the end of the second round of questions. While the panel puts on their thinking caps and writes down what they think the identity of this mystery gadget is all about, let me take this moment to say, please, 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 if you like this show, or if you're not sure you like this show, click on that like button. We could use the likes. You know, likes are like hot chocolate on a chilly day. It just makes you feel good. So do a like for me, for you. Let's see if we can do it. Do it for Gadget. He wants to. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's get back to our panel to see what the heck that is. So, and I want to point out before we get the answer, this is episode number 50, everybody. Yay! We've done 50 episodes. So, hurrah. They said it couldn't be done, but we did it anyway. Okay. let's
But it
go
said,
to.
don't do it.
They said don't do it. Maybe that's what they said. I maybe misheard that. Let's start the question, the answers, hopefully answers. Let's start with Calvin Cato. Calvin, what do you think this is?
Okay. This is gonna be a real wide swing here. I know you said it's not remotely electric, but I'm just gonna say a micro humidifier.
A micro humidifier. Oh, it's a very
And
good
then-
guess. But
So
no,
if
it's
I were
not.
50,
Oh,
would
wait,
that
no,
help?
yeah, and I like the drawings and everything too. Like everyone's getting into that whole drawing thing. I'm loving it. Okay, but no, not a humidifier. Okay, Lois, Whitman, Hess, what do you think this is? A deodorizer.
Oh.
Ooh, a very interesting guess. I love it, but no, not this time. Not this time. It's not this time. Last time, yes, not this time. Okay, Oliver Tull. Very curious to hear.
I really got nothing. I kind of got stuck in that first area I was in. This is R2D2's little cousin, Little Rodney.
Oh, little Rodney. I
Little
love
Rodney.
it. Oh, I dropped it. I loved it. Oh, that's great. But
He's
no.
from Tatooine, and he's a pencil sharpener in his spare time.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I think that's
How's that?
pencil sharpening. Yeah, I like that, but no, it's not that. Okay, Harry.
Well-
all eyes turn to you.
In the gadget world, whenever you're stumped, it's always a Vegematic.
Dramatic. Ooh. No. Okay, I'm going to give you a big hint. It's a travel gadget. Oh, I don't know if that helps or not. And what it is called the Fago, but still you don't know what it is. Here's the box it comes in. And what this does is it sucks air out of a bag so that when you're packing things up,
Oh,
it
okay.
takes up less space. This little piece attaches right here. I got a zillion sweaters in here, and they all get compressed into this bag. We got a little video so you can see how it works. Let's take a look.
Okay.
That's it. So it's called the Vago portable compressor.
Oh, that's like Vegematic.
It's Vago.global, and it's available on eBay for about $82, on something called Bigamart for about $100. So check it out. And again, the packaging is kind of neat. If you could see it, which you can't on Zoom, I don't think you could see the thing is filled up. And then it
Oh.
it actually reduces the size about 50%. It's small, so you can take it with you when you travel. Just plug it in, it's ready to work. So you guys did good guesses, some really good guesses. We did it this time, but we got through number 50. So that alone is congratulations to all of us for number 50. Now, this is definitely a travel must-have. You're looking for another travel must-have? Check this out. This is episode 46. Click on 46 and you'll find out about this mystery gadget. Now, if you want to know about our next mystery gadget, it's really easy. Just click on that subscribe button, hit that bell, and when we post the next episode, you'll be notified. Thanks. Take care.
What the heck is that? Gadget on the show. What the heck is that?